Saturday morning. We're already here with a Scion that I have finally come up with a name for. Now, I don't know if Nolan and Miller are going to keep the name, but I have dubbed this build Chucky Norris. Because it ain't going to be as badass as Chuck Norris. It's not going to be 318s. But still going to be a bad little bit. So it's kind of like Chucky from Child's Play. If he was like the bastard offspring of Chuck Norris. So, and I just got to share something with y'all. Y'all don't know about the level of Jerry's sophistication. And I bought myself a French press. If you drink coffee in the mornings and you've never tried a French press, I recommend getting one. The thing that sucks is it does take you a few extra minutes before that coffee gets in your cup, but the boldness and flavor, oh my God. Anyway, I'm cutting the baffle for the first layer of baffle in here. And yeah, that's what I'm working on. Duck and little Kenny went to get more wood. We got Ryan here today. Ryan's became a main stable hanging out. So basically, Ryan, he wants to help with shit like this because he wants to learn more about audio. Okay, he's fairly new to the sport, even though his dad, you know, like, was a huge inspiration to me. He just wasn't, I guess, interested in it as much as a kid, and now he's just trying to learn more. So, hey, you got to give props to anybody that wants to learn shit. That's Kenny's dad. Lord knows the fuck he's doing today. But he did pull up Bumping Some Rooster by Alice in Chains, so you know he's an all right guy. But anyway, we're working on Chucky Norris, and yeah, I'm gonna go finish cutting this fucking baffle. Okay, I got baffle cut out here, guys. Baffle fits like a fucking champ. Kenny done found some shit in his tire, but look, we got port laid out. This is where a piece of wood's gonna go, piece of wood. So we know that, like, this is the wood for the port, that's the opening, blah, blah, blah. What we just did is we used spray adhesive to mold the chop mat to the wheel well, stapled it around the edge on both sides, and now we're getting ready to hit it with resin and tons of fucking chop mat scraps. I need to cut some more and throw in here. But yeah. So for everybody who was wondering how we're going to do this shit, this is how it gets done. Once you resin that and put about 5-6 layers of shit that thick, it ain't going to move. Why? Because it's sitting up against the metal, and the metal becomes part of it. Good overlap on the wood, the resin is soaked into the wood, and the chop mat, shit ain't going nowhere. Damn, Deb's kicking ass out here. Well, me, Ryan, and Duck was fiberglass and all that shit in there. Look at Deb, she got this shit rolling, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Will it make ruckus? Absolutely. We hope. But anyway, this is Ryan's first time doing fiberglass. He's having a fucking blast in here. So I'm getting ready to cut some more chop mat, and Duck's gonna mix up another little bit of resin for us, and we'll be golden. Well, guys, we got this shit here thick as fuck. It should be golden. So this is kind of how you do this shit. You just resin layer until you build it up nice and thick. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't gonna stop. It's gonna hold. You just gotta make sure you got this shit in there like really good, dude. See, that shit's stuck. That's what you want.
Done.
We've used, what, over a half gallon of resin?
Over a half gallon of resin and probably 12 square foot,
yeah,
14 square foot of glass.
So, anyway, that's kind of how you want to do it. The spray adhesive stuck the first layer of chop mat to the steel. That way, if you look, the resin is attached to the steel. We use the spray foam cups over the strut towers, and you can see them. If you ever got to do anything, you can kind of cut that out, change strut, put a cap back on it, chop mat, resin, you're golden.
I don't want to be the guy that changes the strut.
No, but it can be done. So, we already got one layer of baffle mocked up. We ain't got the subwoofer hose lined out. That's gonna be the next thing we do, is lay the baffle out, cut the port.
Kind of turning into a bird. He's got feathers, dude.
Yeah, fucking pigeon up in there. And we're all a little bit high from the fiberglass fumes.
Yeah. I mean, we'll paint as much as what we did for the resin. We just want to get the best.
He always wants to be in the YouTube video, so I just got to get Kenny like out the gate. So anyway, we'll be back. So we got a second layer of baffle cut. All that fiberglass down there, that shit's hardened up really nice. So I'm getting ready to cut one more layer of baffle for this. What y'all didn't see behind the scenes, push top layer back if you can, Kenny. Well, shit. Push it forward. There you go. Look at all that. That's already pinned in the middle for sub cutouts. We almost fucked up and did 2 in the front, 1 in the back. But with the port being here, I want 2 subs so that it would take out any risk of 1 sub unloading by the port. It'd be better to have 2 in the back. And if y'all remember, right under that sub cutout is going to be the fuel pump. So it's thought. We put thought into this. Yeah, just pull 1 sub, get to the fuel pump. 2 subs in the back by the port, better for loading. I'll be back. Guys, now we got Ryan up in this motherfucker instead of Kenny, but Kenny loves being on YouTube. Anyway, look at this shit. Enclosure, it's stiff. 3 layers of baffle up in here. All good. For this one, I just made 1 layer of baffle, and I kept laying this one on the sheets of wood and marking around it and cutting it out with a fucking skill saw, and it fits that good. So now, really what needs to be done is we need to put like a screw in each corner and probably 1 here in the middle. And that'll be the screw hose for a guide. And we can drill all of them at one time for the pin for the router to cut the sub hose. I got the cutout right there. Bam. Port's laid out back here. So we kind of need to cut these, the port for these, you know, it all needs to fit. So after that, really what I like to do is the first layer, I like to Craig jig into the side and screw down to that ledge we got here. Get that all in. Second layer, Craig jig same way, glue all of them together. And then the top layer, you don't have to Craig jig. You can just screw into the sides, and it's going to screw to the other 2 layers. Then we can get that steel bracing under there. So, really, there's not a lot of good spot under here. Basically, just right here. Underneath, 1 steel pole is about all we're really going to be able to get in there. Maybe 2. Maybe spread it out, 1 in front of the port, 1 back here. But the steel bracing is going to be the main thing. And then in the top, I'll probably just do like 1 decent sized pole from here to the roof. But what are you getting ready to fill, honey? Nah, don't fill them. We got to put another sheet up here. There's going to be a sheet go in on top of the baffle.
Look, I want to fill so I can paint. So fix it.
All you can do here is like the top hose.
No, I'm not ready for that.
Deb's already ready to paint this bitch. She's like, hurry up and get this shit done. I want to paint. She got the outside, and it's looking better. We still do have to come in from the B-pillar to here, so it'll need more paint here eventually, but for the most part of it, she got it done. So, yeah. 318s in this motherfucker. we're kicking some ass. And this is what Nolan brought us, guys. This was so hard to work with. I always cut a subwoofer apart and use the basket to lay things out, but this is all together, just needs the motor bolted on. That was hard to work with. But we're gonna have one fucking 18 right there behind your head. Yeah, anyway, yeah. It's coming together. I dig it. I dig it. Figured I'd do a couple, let Ryan do one or two, and then, we sharing the work. If he's wanting to learn how to do car audio builds and shit, what better way than to watch my YouTube and actually do some hands-on shit, right? I need one of them little bases for my router. I love that plunge router. Ah, watch your cord. Got to be aware.
Yeah.
All right, we got all 12 holes cut. This bitch fits like a fucking glove. Even though it's not going like that. It's going. Ooh, what the hell are we hitting on there? There we go. Nah.
We'll have to cut them out. Bigger.
Wow. So the basket fits, the surround don't.
That's good, because we got another person on the team.
Ain't that fucking crazy?
I mean, that's enough to sum up what you got going without going into detail.
We're going to have to crawl under here and look at what we got going on. Which, if we got to open this up, we can do it on the router table.
Yes. Do a rabbit bit.
Yeah, but it's just crazy that...
the surround's bigger than the fucking basket.
Yeah, the surround is bigger than the fucking... Yeah, I mean, look at the edge. Yeah, the surround sticks out more. Fuck you, Nolan, you and your crazy ass subs. All right, we got to address this issue. You see how we do shit? We rabbited out that hole. Now we got to hit it with a flush trim to make it... Yeah, you see what we did. And if it fits, then I know to do the other 11 that way. Got the little bearing there at the top to make it flush. We all on this shit like a pit bull on a 3-year-old, guys. We getting it. We ain't fucking around. It's how we do shit around these parts. All right. Now you can really see that we had to open it up for that big ass surround. Because the motherfucker fit in the hole fine, but not inverted. All right, here we go. Getting that first layer of baffle in. We opened all them holes up.
Oh, you already got some Chernobyl glue?
Yeah, we already got that Chernobyl on there. Why use the shit out of the caulking tube on the sides over
You
here?
already had one out to do.
Yeah.
Damn, ain't nothing.
Yeah, we'll have to get another thing of the Chernobyl glue. We're getting ready to jump on baffle number 2. Well, layer 2. You know, like I was saying earlier, it sucks. The router work kind of sucks. Oh shit, Duck, we done fucked up.
What?
We didn't. We can cut the port. Yeah, we cut the port out. Yeah. But but anyway, it sucks when you're cutting the hose for the baffles, but it is so rewarding when it starts coming together and you got the baffle laid in there. Because that's what makes it really cool. But we're getting ready to put this hamster cum and ox knot on here so we can lay the second layer of baffle up in this bitch. So we'll be back. We got a baffle in here. Like the baffle is in. It's not going nowhere. It's pretty stiff. Like it would hold, you know, Kenny's weight. But what we're going to do, don't get on that. You can lean on it, but we figured we're going to put a good brace here and one in each corner up there. It's probably about the most we're going to be able to do. Duck at least wants to put 3 under there. So, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. As we're getting ready to cut these tops, you want to do that today? Or you won't do it tomorrow?
We need to work on getting this cut out. That's what we need.
Okay, we're going to work on getting this port cut.
That way, while you're doing that, I can build the port.
Right. And we got to do the sides, another layer of roof. I mean, it's coming together. From this morning to now when we got here, we've made some pretty big strides. I know tomorrow, Deb is going to lay epoxy on the baffle. Grab a level real quick, one of you guys. I want to see how unlevel this bitch is.
It's not that bad. It's like a quarter inch down.
But we'll have to jack the front or the back one up. And Deb's going to do her epoxy in here.
Dude.
But, yeah, it's coming together, guys. Yeah, the front needs to come up. Yeah, it needs to come up in the front. Wait, and side to side is good. Look, side to side, it is good. So it just needs to come up in the front. No problem. But, so those of you that have watched this Scion build from the beginning to now, you know how to start building an enclosure for 318s in a Scion at least. Might not apply to all vehicles, but you know how to build one in a Scion. Fucking Scion. Chucky Norris, that's what I call this thing, Chucky Norris. We can fit 318s in a Scion, no problem. So, Duck took this Sawzall blade that normally look like that, and he took a grinder and some other tools and traced out the fucking jigsaw blade on it to make that fit the jigsaw to cut the port. That is some, this is some high-tech shit here. Like, that's fucking high-tech. That's the kind of shit you only get here. When we say custom, we mean custom. All right, we got to get back to work. Holy, I think I fucked up. So, sides done. And on that last layer of roof up there. We got our fiberglass all dried up. This bitch should be hitting. Fucking Chucky Norris right here.
I was born 39 years after it was made.
Yeah, this should be like, damn.
Yeah.
Bitch is solid.
Hey, here you go.
That's like it used to be a weekly thing for Mom. You sit down in front of and watch.
I'd say we got this bitch solid, guys. And that's how it should be. And we owe it all to this Oxnot and Gopher Cum. This is what puts everything together. That right there, the whole build is sponsored by Kraken. Chernobyl glue. And I'm gonna tell y'all, remember a couple weeks ago when I got some of this glue on my hand and touched my ball and it was glowing? It looks like a Christmas bulb without a doubt, guys. Look like a Christmas bulb down here at nighttime. But let me show my hands today too.
When you go get insurance, just whatever it is.
But at this point, I don't fucking know. We got to come in tomorrow and sand down all this like shit like this. Deb's gonna get all this painted. Which the first thing we gotta do is do filler on the hose with the wood filler. On the baffle, on all that. So while we're getting filler in this shit, which we'll have to trim this fucking glue out of the corners. Look at that shit. But anyway, we'll come in, start sanding, get that shit trimmed. Wood filler in it. Wait on the wood filler to set up, sand it, and Deb can get it painted while we make the port for the back. And then we can start doing the... Because we're not going to be able to fit a whole piece of wood in this motherfucker for the back. It ain't going to happen, I don't think. We can try because we got some wood right there.
His 99, and I carried full coverage.
But
250, 500 coverage.
who fucking knows?
3.
Done for the day. Look, we got all the fucking, all of the filler on the screw hose. They just need sanded in the morning and it needs painted. But for the day, guys, we are done with this. I got to get away from that. They're going to copyright me, guys. Fuck, I tripped over that. Oh, yeah. I'm rocking my Holbrooks this morning. I do have a fascination with sunglasses. I'm not even going to lie, guys. But we heading to work on the Scion. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned. I mean, we ain't got a lot to do today to get to epoxy, but I'd like to get to the point where Deb can do her epoxy work and we'll call it a day. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why I wanted to start this damn video clip. It's all good though. Something I do want to touch on is in the last Scion build video, somebody was talking about Nolan's hat because he's wearing a Trump hat. Who gives a fuck? That's my whole thing. Everybody's got their own opinion on a presidential candidate or their political views. If y'all really want to get down to the nitty gritty, I'm not going to say I support Trump. I did have a hell of a lot more money in my pocket when he was president, but you know, you got left wing, right wing, there's only one fucking bird, so don't trust the government. Never, ever, ever trust them. That's my view on it. But, you know, we're here on this channel just to do basehead shit. Some other shit too, because I do cover other topics on here other than basehead shit. It's just days in the life of baseheads. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just try to do basehead shit here.
Happy National Coffee Day.
And it is National Coffee Day. And I did use my friggin' French press again this morning. That thing is so awesome. But yeah, we did stop by 7 Brew and get us a coffee for the road. I'm drinking the basic White Girl or Pumpkin Roll. You know me, guys. When fall hits, I be trying that fall flavors. So yeah, I think Ryan's coming back today. He messaged me at like 11 o'clock last night, knowing I was in fucking bed watching Ancient Aliens. But yeah, I think he has something wrong with his Tahoe or something. He said that, like, he needs to check RCAs or he might have a bad amp. So we'll probably have to figure out what the hell is going on with that while we're building the Scion. But like back there, I got all of my damn epoxy shit in my storage bags, which are the same as lunch boxes if you have a job where you take lunch, or Walmart bags. That's what they're known to some people, Walmart bags. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it. Let's yeah, we're gonna snap my fingers and we'll be at the shop. Yeah, the shop mini fridge was like you couldn't see nothing from like here up. It was just solid brick of ice. I don't know what that is. It's going in the dumpster. I didn't even ask Duck. Like, past couple weeks I've come up here, I walk in, the fridge door is open that far, it won't shut for all the ice, and we just been taking a screwdriver and like breaking the ice out. So today I'm like, we're here a little early. Least I can do for Duck's drag the fridge out back and defrost it. So that's what I did. Now I gotta set it forward, let a lot of the water drain, because I got soaking wet carrying the thing from there outside. But we gotta get this monster fucking Can-Am out. I mean, this thing's huge. Like, it is huge. So it has to go outside. We just can't leave it outside and bring Nolan's car in. I think Duck's making a subwoofer rack up there. I know a speaker rack. It might have a sub or two in it. Hell, I don't know. I wouldn't mind having one of these things. I used to want one. about like this. Just, it's big. It's cool. But that ain't what we're here for today. I got this thing all defrosted, so I got to get back in. So he got some issue going. We got that sliding amp rack, guys. Look at this shit, like, yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with it, but it is a sliding amp rack. So what we getting ready to do? We're getting ready to swap RCAs around to see if cause this is the only, the front door here is the only one currently working. So we're gonna swap RCAs, see if it jumps sides to where this is working, so we'll know exactly what is wrong. And it's gonna be a mug to change RCAs in here. Like, God, that would be a bitch. That's all Ryan at that point.
Yep.
But we'll let him do it here. We don't give a shit. But it's a pretty build, and that amp rack is cool as shit the way it slides out. And I don't even know what chemistry lithium this motherfucker running, but that's some wild looking lithium. That's even shit newer than what I know about. But his dad's really good friends with Tyler Slinkard, so it's Tyler always up on top of that lithium game, you know. I will be back. So we got Deb in here painting this enclosure white. And look, she's laid on the baffle. The bitch ain't even flexed.
I'm not fat.
Nope. And it's a good 3-layer baffle.
Fuck.
But it's starting to look, she got to run over there like a mug, but
Where?
right there on that sidewall at the top.
Okay, yeah. I need a chip brush.
But you need to roll over that run.
I'm going to. I just need less paint when I do.
But there we go. Look at that. It's clean now. And apparently I need to go find my lovely wife a brush. Which I've been bringing supplies from the house because me and Duck don't give a shit. We use each other's shit all the time, and I had a supply of shit. Duck's got a supply of shit. We don't give a fuck in this place.
Thank you.
His refrigerator turned out nice too, guys. I ain't gonna lie.
Beautiful place.
He said that bitch has been icing up like that really quick though, so it's all good. I can show you what we got going on with Ryan out here and what we figured out. So, upon testing with a multimeter, 0.8 ohm, which it's dual 2 speakers on that side, so you get 1 ohm load. 0 ohm, and the tweeter channels were 5.7 ohms. So, we knew something was wrong with the speakers, or maybe disconnection on this channel. So we pulled the speaker out of the back door and we tested it, and it was 0 ohm. And let's just see here. Yeah, you cannot. Oh yeah, dude, that was locked up tighter than a virgin on prom night. So what had happened is he smoked both the speaker in the front and rear door. That's what was giving him that bad static sound, was the fact that the coil shorted. And this is kind of good for Ryan to learn this shit, because when you have a build, you're going to run into issues like this. We've been on the phone with his dad already this morning, and his dad has said that he's going to have speakers and a new amp for back here shipping out Monday. So me and Duck's going to help him pull this big Rockford amp out and put a higher end Sony 8-channel in here and some new mids and shit. But yeah, beefy looking mids though. Stevens, 2 ohms, guys. That's what I was talking about. They're 2 ohm speakers. So what he's getting ready to do now, which I'm gonna have to get off here because he's gonna have to test, turn the stereo on and see if it's still feeding noise back through that side over there. And if it don't, Duck's gonna let him borrow this 8 here to put in here so he has music. So we'll be back. Closure's painted, drying, except for the baffle, which we're getting ready to epoxy. We're We got this old frog tape here on the sub cutouts, and I know everybody be saying you wet this shit and it's supposed to stick better. We tried that last time. It made absolutely no difference. So I have vacuumed this out down here about 10 times. Yeah, shit, whatever, the fuck it. So Kenny helped me tape the front hole. I taped the back ones. Deb painted. Kenny did a layer of paint. Kenny, he's got his hair up today. Trying to show off that massive fucking beard. Look at that thing. Look, it's coming in thick. But anyway, we're kind of chilling today. We helped Ryan work on his shit. He killed 2 speakers. Like the one in the front door, it was locked up too. His amp's bad. Like his amp went bad. His mids and highs amp. We did confirm. Me and Dustin went out there and did some more inclusive, extensive testing on it, and it's bad. So there's really nothing he can do at this point. It is what it is, you know. But for this port, we need this port to be critical. Don't tell Nolan. So guys, you know, his YouTube channel is These Nuts. Do not tell him. But what we have done is we're not using the Chernobyl glue on the port. We're using the good old Tight Bond. We just don't need that shit coming out that messy. Like this port's got to be, you know, A1. Yeah. Don't tell Nolan about the port. But anyway, yeah, we're getting port together. It's gonna be a great port. A beautiful port, a glorious port.
A port of all ports.
The port of all ports. It's going to be D-port. Someone hated on Nolan's Trump hat, so we had to put the D-port in there. I don't give a shit who anybody votes for. I'm thinking about voting for, like, Ozzy. He would make a good president. Ozzy would be an awesome president. But either way you look at it, guys, it's all good. Like, this port's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that fucking beautiful port. Held together by screws even. Like, nice screws. I don't know, I'm just filming the film right now. And as long as nobody tells Nolan that we use Tight Bond on the port, he won't know any difference. Oh yeah, look at that. That's fucking, see how easy that cleans up? That's why it's better for the port. Look at that, just, yep,
Done.
Excellent port.
And guess what? It's not going to expand to 32,000 times its size.
Yeah, it's not going to keep pushing out of there. We got a little jizz on the front of it, but it's all good. But yeah, we making the port. Deb will get it painted. When we're done with it, film. There we go. There we go. Film. And then all we really got to do is let this white in the enclosure dry more, and we got to level the car up a little bit so we can pour epoxy, and that bitch should be done for the weekend. Like Nolan gave us like 22-foot longer power cables than we needed, but that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, look at that, guys. Look at that shit. Duck screwed the fuck out of that. Yeah, Duck screwed he screwed the fuck out of that port. Yeah, look at that right there. Shit. All right, we'll be back. The port. And definitely an overbuilt port. But that's what you want. You want everything overbuilt. It sits in here nicely. We're kind of gauging, well, yeah, how far up we want it. I believe, if my memory serves me correct, that port is Gonna tune this lower chamber right at about 22-ish, I believe. I can't remember, it was either 22 or 24. I believe that we opted for 22. We had some delamination going on. Look at that. Look how quick that gets fixed around here. Look at that. We're not using that Chernobyl glue either. Don't tell Nolan. He'll be upset.
You got sandpaper in your hand.
Yeah, don't tell Nolan, but yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. All right, so we got the epoxy poured on this bitch. I don't know how much you'll be able to see from here, but like, look at it. It's sparkly as shit. Like, very sparkly. I don't know how well it's showing it. Yeah, you can see it on video. But Deb wanted to go from like black all the way faded up to white. So it's got some cool ass pattern in it. Yes, it did break the tape. Fucking Kenny taped that front hole up. But it broke through here too where I taped it. It's just that cheap fucking frog tape, guys. But it don't matter. That ain't gonna hurt nothing down there. My enclosure's full of it. Deb's is. We're gonna have to retouch up the paint here, but like, look at that. There's so much cool shit going on in it. And we got this black hole here that started out looking like an owl. And I mean, Nolan might not like this shit, but we don't care. We're anti-Nolan today. Fuck Nolan. It's like, you know, we've glued the port together with actual tight bond because, you know, but we're just not going to tell Nolan, so.
Need all that expansion going
Yeah.
on with the port situation.
Just don't tell Nolan that we've got fucking some epoxy down here by the fuel pump access panel.
Got to keep Nolan from watching the video.
Yeah, we can't let Nolan watch the video.
We have to block him.
So when I upload the video, I'm going to block Nolan out of it where he can't see it. I think his YouTube channel is These Nuts, so I can like just literally block his channel from viewing it. Yeah, that access panel will still come up. Actually, all we got to do is run that little good jigger multi-tool thing around the edge of that, and it'll unseal the epoxy from it. So we're not tripping. We got any epoxy ran down on the floor? Nope. Good deal. But that's what happens when you do an epoxy baffle until we can find out what kind of tape to use on these fucking holes that isn't gonna collapse on itself. Yeah, we're gonna try some aluminum tape like you put that shit up with.
I'll be sanded.
But yeah, we'll get it. Anyway, we're about done with it for today. We are thinking that we're almost to the point where it's not gonna run anymore, so we can actually move the car, because the car is leveled up. Like, we got a jack under the front of this bitch. So we just got to make sure we're at a point where we can lower the car and epoxy's not gonna run.
Are we there yet?
I don't know. I'm thinking about hitting it with a torch one more time.
No, not there yet.
No.
It's thick though. It's getting thick.
We'll be here till 5 o'clock again. Probably.
Yep. We gotta paint all this down here anyway, so it don't matter.
Hey, we could actually pull the, like, set it down, pull the car over to the side, and just pull the buggy on the side and just jack it back up and leave it.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're out. What up, peoples? So what we wound up doing is pulling the Chucky Norris, the little Scion, over to the far wall and leveling out the baffle. I mean, the epoxy thickened up, but we didn't want to wait another 2 hours, so we moved it over as far as we could, leveled it out, and pulled that monster ass side by side back in. Plenty of room. Closed the door, locked shit up, and left. So we got out of there at like 4 o'clock, which is actually good. Shit, excuse me. Then me and Debbie ordered a pizza. So we're going to Domino's to pick a pizza up for supper. Yeah, that's what we got going on. Like, it was a cool day. You know, it's sad that Ryan lost the amp and shit, but it's kind of cool because he learned a lot today about like problem solving and shit like that, which is it's good to learn if you do audio. So remember, Nolan can't watch this video, guys, so it is what it is. But we're moving along good on his build. I mean, we got 2 weekends in it, 4 days. Now, yeah, there's people that knock a build out in 4 days, probably. I don't know. We just try to do everything like slow, right, take our time. We don't get in no hurry. Hell, we're enjoying it as it goes.
We know we lose a day for epoxy.
Yeah, and I mean, today it ain't like we got a whole lot done. We still want to make the braces, but Duck's going to do that this week. He didn't feel like doing it today. I don't think we had enough metal tube, and I think he's got some at home.
His back was hurting.
And his back was hurting today, so, you know, he basically knocked the port out and caught it good. Yesterday he said he felt great though, so I get it. It is what it is. We got the epoxy done and we're on the home stretch. So hopefully next weekend the bracing will be done underneath. We can start loading subs in and shit like that. Yeah, Liberty up here, babe. And I'm ready to see this thing with the subs in it. This week I need to solder all the wires to the LED lights because I'm putting the chasing strips in it. So I got to solder them wires, and then I got to solder up the wires for a bright white strip that's going to run off dome light. But I'll have that shit ready next week too. So I'll put the chasing in like ASAP. As soon as we get the back on it, it'll go in. And then we'll basically, when we get the front done and the porthole cut, we'll put the front on. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching my shit, man. If you're new here, like the video, subscribe, whatever. Likes keep me in the recommended for people that have car audio interest. So I appreciate if you could like the video if you watch it. But I have a bunch of links down there below that are my links. If you use them, thank you. I appreciate that shit. Anyway, guys, peace out. And as I always say, bass on.
To be covered in scars, 'cause I will always be